Hi guys, welcome to a new video. So this is going to be a different collection video from me. So I've shown you all my DVDs, I've shown you all the games that I had, I show you all my controllers, and I think maybe this time let's do something a little different. Now, when it comes to expressing clothing for me, I'm not the type of person when they'd say go to the store, find the fanciest clothes you can find, and then they only have like shirts that only have like maybe like one single color or like one with like a really interesting design. Um, when it comes to designs from me, it's a little bit different. What this means for me is that I want to support the things that I like, and hence why I would be rocking different shirts that support the things that I enjoy. So I thought maybe for today, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my shirt collection. I'm going to show you guys all of my shirts, all the hoodies that I own, and basically, or at least the cool ones that I own. So just to show you guys how much I really enjoy all the stuff that I have. So without further ado, this is what I normally wear when I'm outside. You actually find me out in public, especially on cold days. As of recording, this is like the middle of January. I'd be rocking something like this. Out of all the hoodies that I own, this one is definitely my favorite to wear. Reason why is because it's Vocaloid, it has the O1 on it, it represents Miku, and yeah, this hoodie right here that I have, you could actually have it open up all the way to cover your head, and then you can zip it all the way to the top, just like this. I used to wear this every time I go to work back in the day, but of course not like covering my head and everything. The reason why I have this is because I actually really like have an interest in like skeletal stuff when it comes to like my wrestling gimmick. So I found this at Hot Topic and I thought this was really cool. What made this more impressive for me is that when the lights are off, this thing actually glows in the dark, which is pretty sick if you ask me. I don't have this for Halloween reasons, but I have this just because I think the design just looks sick in general. If I'm not rocking the Miku hoodie, I'm rocking this one. So this is the Bullet Club hoodie. As you can see from New Japan Pro Wrestling, and this is representing the Bone Soldier. This hoodie here that I have is the Gargura hoodie. So this isn't like an official hoodie whatsoever. This is made for like cosplay and stuff. Mine has the zipper to it because I'm not a fan of like the over hood hoodie. It's more like I just like to have it zipped up so when I'm not like using it, I could just zip it down and then I'm good. So yeah. Oh, this is pretty cool too. Because it comes with the hood and it has the little ears on the top as well as like the eyes on the side. I don't know if you guys could see, but yeah, this is actually one of my favorite hoodies to wear. Maybe not when it's super cold outside, but when it's nice. Okay, so now let's get into the shirts. So the way how I'm gonna do this now is that I'm gonna be focusing on the color shirts that I have first, or majority of them, and then separating it to the dark color shirts. Like any of the black shirts, the gray shirts, anything that's resembling like darker color, that will be later on. So let me display all my white shirts that I have at the moment, or at least the colored shirts. So this one was one of my recent purchases for the Vocaloid stuff. So this is Hatsune Miku and the gang, all the Kryptonians in just one shirt. I think this is one of the cooler designs because I'm a sucker for all of these Vocaloids together as one group. I'm really happy that I have this shirt. This is the Miku Expo for the 2020 edition, but unfortunately, because of reasons that's been happening around the world, it got canceled. So I was really disappointed too because it was going to be around the time of my birthday. Funny quick story is that I actually was supposed to go to 2024's concert, but because of ticket mishaps and stuff, I didn't score tickets. So I'm a little upset, but at the same time too, what can I do? Hey, at least I have the shirt and I think it's pretty cool. Plus it's got all the dates in the back originally from the 2020 show, so I think that's pretty nice. Plus the material's pretty soft too. I really like the design on this one. I think this is one of the cuter shirt designs that I have. I also really like the color too. But usually I like to wear black, but every now and then, if you see me out in public, I might be rocking this shirt from time to time. I'm not really a fan of Adventure Time, but I still like this shirt because I just think it looks pretty cool. It's just something about the shirt that's just really eye-catching to me, so, and I think it's just really funny to have. I remember my parents got me this shirt when we were at a trip to Six Flags in Gurnee, Illinois. I remember that I ended up soaking my shirt that day, and then my parents ended up purchasing a new shirt for me because I kept going on this water ride. I forgot what it was called, but um, every time I went on it, I'm always like soaking wet. So they got this for me, and to this day, I still have it. Back in my brony phase, I'd be rocking this shirt all the time. So Power Ponies. I believe this is from season 4. One of my favorite episodes. Plus, I think the shade of blue on this looks really good. For you WWE fans, here's the Bootios shirt from the New Day. One of the cuter designs that I have, it's a Hollow Mitch shirt featuring all the first gen EN members of Hololive, all in one shirt with the nice, beautiful blue coloring to it. Here's my Arthur shirt. Got this on the very last episode of Arthur. Arthur made a huge impact to my childhood, and because of his inspiration, me wearing glasses even today, and how much of an influence he's like taught me over the years when it comes to like learning life lessons. Yeah, this shirt's sort of like a reminder of that. I love it. I may or may not get controversy for wearing this shirt, but this is the CM Punk shirt that he used to wear back when he was part of All Elite Wrestling. Now, as of this day, he's currently enrolled into the WWE, and honestly, I prefer him in the WWE more than AEW, but I still have this because I'm a huge CM Punk fan. These next couple shirts are related to the church that I belong to, and one of my favorite designs here has INC Kids on Tour Northern Midwest. I just really like the blue, the contrast with the Chicago background on it. In our church, we have 3 different organizations, which consists of the Buklod or the Married Brethren, the Kadiwa, the 18 members or up that are baptized, and the Binhi, which are 12 to 17 who are baptized. And as you can see, I'm rocking the Kadiwa shirt because I'm over 18, so. And plus, at least what makes it cool is that each of these also have different colors too. Like the Buklod have red, the Kadiwa have blue, the Binhi have green, and then the other organization I didn't mention is the CWS or the Children's Worship Service, and they would wear yellow. So that makes it unique and I think is really cool. As part of the organization that I belong in, we have the INC Giving shirts. So this is part of the Iglesia Ni Cristo or the Church of Christ, and basically we would represent by wearing this shirt to help out in needs such as like donations or like events that usually help out spread awareness to our fellow countrymen or who are in need. Any church events that we have that bring the community together, as you could say. All right, and now I have the Manila, Philippines shirt that my mom gave me from her trip to the Philippines. Very nice, very comfy. I like the material on this as well. And then there's this shirt. So it says, "It's more fun in the Philippines." What's ironic about it, though, is that I was only 2 years old that I've ever been to the Philippines. After that, I haven't gone since. So hopefully in the future, maybe this shirt is actually true. I kid you guys not, this is the only long sleeve shirt that I actually have in my closet right now. Well, when it comes to casual shirts like this. But the unique thing I really like about this shirt is that I remember watching Big Time Rush. There's this episode where one of my favorite characters in the show, Carlos, rocked the same exact shirt as this, and I thought it's cool that I actually had the same exact shirt. So, all right, let's get to the dark colored shirts now. So, you'd probably be expecting a lot of Vocaloid stuff, but before I do so, let me introduce you guys the Wiggles. So this is from their Hits and Rarities album. So it features the OG Wiggles on the shirt, and I absolutely love this. As a fan of the Wiggles myself, I'm 100% super happy that I was able to have this for my own. I know specifically this shirt is actually used for like females and stuff because of the material, like hugging you tight. But this was actually the shirt that I wore when Miku came over for the 2016 event, the Miku Expo in Chicago. And this is the shirt that I rocked in that occasion. Really fun. This is actually the first Hatsune Miku, let alone Vocaloid related shirt that I've ever owned. And after this, it just became a collector's thing for me that I try to find as many Vocaloid shirts as I can, whether if it's in like an FYE or Hot Topic. This was my start. This one has a cute design of Miku performing on stage. Can't go wrong with this one. This shirt is just straight up adorable. Hatsune Miku in a school uniform outfit, and she's also carrying a bookcase on the side. 4 different panels of Miku singing, of course, her name Hatsune Miku. And what's really cool about this is that it has the O1 on the side of the shirt. So this is where Miku would have her O1 on her skin in general, but to have it implemented on the shirt, I think is pretty cool. This is the original design of Hatsune Miku, and funny thing about this is that I've actually purchased this on my very last day of the first time I've ever like worked at my original workplace. So after I quit the job and pursued better things for myself, the first thing I did is I hit the mall and I ended up trying to find a couple of shirts that I was interested in. One of them was this one, and I really enjoyed the design on this one. Simplistic, really nice, and it resembles the original concept of Hatsune Miku when she was released in this type of form. So I also got this one at Hot Topic along with that other shirt. And simplistic design, really nice. Can't go wrong with it. However, out of all the Miku shirts that I own, let alone the Vocaloids in general, this one is my favorite. So this is the shirt that I actually got at the Miku Expo in 2016. And I also got the dates written in the back of the shirt as well. I just really like this. Their color looks really nice. All the Vocaloids presented on the shirt look really stunning. I really love the art designs and the character designs in general, how each of them looks. Can't go wrong with this one as well. I really like it. This is my favorite. Here's another shirt for the Miku Expo for the 2020 version. I really like the design on Miku for this one, and as well as like the outer lining of the shirts, the design in general. And plus, again, like before, it also mentions all the dates in the back listed for the events. I'm not gonna lie, out of all the Miku shirts that I own, this one is my least favorite. Now, I don't necessarily hate it. I'm just not a fan of Miku's facial design on this one. Although the art style looks pretty cute in general too, because of like the speakers and stuff and the way how she's standing on stage, she's trying to hype you up for the show. Um, it's nice and all, but I'd say this is probably the weakest out of all the Vocaloid shirts that I've owned so far. What went from one of the weakest shirt designs that I have to one of my favorite designs that I have that's Vocaloid related. So I have the necktie Miku here, and then of course you see a figure of Miku swinging on the tie. I really like this one a lot. If the group Vocaloid one wasn't my favorite, and if I were to pick just the Miku shirt in general, it's definitely this one. I really love how simplistic this is, and I love the silhouette of Miku on this swinging on her tie. Here's another Miku Expo 2020 shirt that I own. Now, as much as I love the group design on this one as well, because I'm a sucker for that type of things, I'm honestly not a fan of this shirt design as well. The reason why is because of the character designs. It's not bad, but at the same time too, this isn't the worst thing that I've owned, so I just wear this every now and then. I also have Rin and Len because these two are definitely my favorite Vocaloids, especially Rin. I love her, Kagami Rin. This is just one of the designs that I own out of the two of them. Not my favorite one, but I definitely enjoy the design on this one a lot. And for the last of the Vocaloid shirts that I own, this one, hands down, is my favorite out of all the Vocaloid shirts in general. Like I mentioned the group collab one, but there's just something about this one that's just really adorable, and I really love the design on both Len and Rin on this one. Especially Rin having a fun time. And yeah, it's supposed to represent like the desktop background. So I really like this. It's just super cute. I can't help it. All right, switching on over to the Hololive stuff now. So here is Hollow Myth with Gura, Ame, Callie, Kiara, and Ina all on my shirt. Really cool. Really enjoy the design on this one. If it's not this one, then it's going to be the next one that I show that's also really cool. Here we go. Here's Hollow Council. So same design as the last shirt, only except the members are from Hololive Council. So Sana, Fauna, Crony, Mume, and Heiko's bells on my shirt. Really cool. I like this one, especially the color of the shirt is navy blue. Here I have a lovely Irish shirt, one of her original design before she switched to her 2.0 model. And then here's the third group for the EN branch of Hololive, Hollow Advent. So with Narissa, Fuwawa, Shiori, Mokoko, and Bijou. Yeah, I love all these girls. I feel like this group is probably my favorite out of the three English groups, but I don't know if it's due to recency bias or because I really love all the girls in the group in general. But when it comes to Hololive, I felt like I saved the best for last. Here's Kiryu Coco, the legend herself. Outside of Hololive, I also have a V Shoujo shirt. So this is when they're all gremlins, and I absolutely love the design on this one, which is the reason why I bought the shirt in the first place. Okay, switching on over, here are my anime shirts this time, starting out with one of my favorite original 12 episodes, or 14 episodes, I believe, from Season 1, Sword Art Online. Now, I haven't continued after Gun Gale and then that version of Alfheim Online. That's when I stopped watching. I saw the movie, it was okay, but I didn't continue Alicization and stuff. So I'm hearing that was good, but I don't know. But I just like the design on this one overall, so that's why I have it. This one's really nice. This is Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. So I haven't actually completed this anime, but I just absolutely love the character designs on this, and I just really think it looks super nice on the shirt. Here's my Pikachu shirt. Now, not a fan of Pokemon. I'm more than Caspen. He's more into Pokemon than me, but I absolutely adore this shirt. I think it looks nice. I'm a fan of Pikachu too, so that's why I have this. I love the design of his outfit. I love the design of him in general. One of the greatest antagonists in My Hero Academia, Shiragaki. I hope I said his name right. It's been a while since I've seen My Hero, so forgive me, especially for like those of you like into it, because I was in it like very much until like season 1 and season 2, but like when season 3 started, I started like drift apart from it. As I mentioned before, I'm also a huge fan of the group photos together, like the Vocaloid ones. So I had to pick this shirt up. It was really nice. So all the members of Class 1A and My Hero doing the peace sign. And it sort of like leads into it too, because my favorite theme from My Hero Academia is peace sign. So hence why I have the shirt. Transitioning over from anime stuff to more wrestling based now. So starting off with this shirt here, this is the NXT Stand and Deliver shirt when Poppy was performing for the show. So this is the 2021 shirt, and I really like the design on this one, just because of how anime-like Poppy is in this one. And in the back, it has the little Stand and Deliver 2021 shirt. So if I'm not mistaken, this was the big NXT event before they switched over to NXT 2.0, where things got a little more worse, in my opinion, for NXT. Slowly bringing it back up again, and watching NXT nowadays is great, but man, the 2.0 era was just trash. To match along with that Bullet Club hoodie that I had earlier representing Bone Soldier, this is just the regular Bullet Club shirt in general. So, of course, the Bullet Club logo, you have the New Japan logo in the back. This was the phase, again, when Kenny Omega was the leader of the Bullet Club. And I have two more versions of this shirt. One, my brother has the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. And I have this version of the Bullet Club shirt. This is the American Nightmare Cody shirt. And honestly, if the Bullet Club shirt wasn't my favorite, the original, then it'd definitely be this one for obvious reasons. Especially now with Cody Rhodes in WWE and doing great for himself. One of my favorite wrestlers as of today. Now, if the CM Punk shirt wasn't controversial enough, I say this is my next, or it may be my most controversial shirt that I have at the moment. For those of you who know who are involved in the wrestling community, you definitely know who this wrestler is referring to. But for me, personally, the only reason why I love this shirt is because it has Villain Club on it. And for me personally, of course, like the bad guys are the heels, the good guys are the baby faces. I prefer more to be on the heel side, hence why I love rocking this shirt. No one knows if you don't understand wrestling, but for those of you who do know, then let's keep our mouth shut from there. Now, this wrestler right here, representing the Philippines, TJ Perkins, one of my favorite WWE superstars back when 205 Live was a thing. Heck, he won the Cruiserweight Classic. He was amazing back then. He definitely shined during 205 Live. And honestly, I'm just wishing all the best for him wherever he's wrestling at the moment. All right, wrapping up the WWE stuff, I have the Undisputed Era shirt. Hands down, my favorite faction when NXT was around. Like, these guys were the reason why I tuned into NXT. Other than Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, Aleister Black, Andrade Cien Almas, all that fun jazz, man, there's just something about Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, and even Roderick Strong when he was a part of the Undisputed Era that really hooked me into watching the brand more and more. So this is the one before Roderick Strong joined the group, but I just really enjoyed the design of the shirt. Okay, so in relation to the Undisputed Era shirt, I got that at this place right here, the Fight Shop in Las Vegas. So I also got myself a souvenir, the Fight Shop 316 shirt. So you know how the Stone Cold Steve Austin shirt has the smoking skull in the back? This one has the bleeding skull in the back. Honestly, it looks really nice, really comfy as well. I'm glad I have this as a souvenir. Looks really cool. Okay, switching on over from wrestling, let's move over to my brony phase. So, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, and this was the very first shirt that I owned, and that was brony related. So, what I like about this one, I got Discord pushing a huge wad of gum. There are a bunch of characters stuck inside the ball, and I really like the design on this one, too. Plus, Discord being one of my favorite characters in the show, can't go wrong with that. But between the MLP shirts that I have, this is definitely my favorite. I love the aesthetics on this one. I love how it's like based off of like a fighting game. You have all your characters that you could select. So Rainbow Dash versus Pinkie Pie or whatever you want to choose. This is really cool. I really love the design on this one. Very simplistic in design, but I really love it in general. Just to show my love and support for the main six, you know? Definitely not wearing this shirt as often as much as beforehand. Let alone all the other brony shirts they used to own, because I have more interest nowadays, especially when it comes to Vocaloid and Hololive and stuff. But I still have this. I really like the design on this one. Pretty cute, pretty nice. Okay, moving on over to the video game stuff. So, not a lot, but first off, here is Sonic the Hedgehog. Really cool design. I love the neon coloring on him over the black background, and it looks pretty sick. I enjoy it. Now, with Mario Kart being my favorite racing game in the franchise, this one is a really close second. So, this represents Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, or as it says here, Crash Nitro Fueled Racing Team. So, it has a picture of Crash Bandicoot in his kart, and I just really like this because it represents the game that I really adored playing back in 2019. This one is a certified classic when it comes to the Twisted Metal franchise. Twisted Metal 2 is one of my favorite video games to play back in the day. Well, nowadays with things being a little more iffy when it comes to controls and stuff, but it's nice to go back every now and then, and I absolutely love the design because this is super iconic. I also own the 2012 version of this shirt. So it has Sweet Tooth or Needles Cane on the front, along with some of the other vehicles as seen in the Twisted Metal franchise, or in the 2012 game specifically. And I really like this one too. The design on it, the creepy Sweet Tooth looking at you, and the red hue back here. It's just really cool. I like it. Here's more of my random shirts that I own in my collection. So here it says clowns are my favorite, nobody ever. Ironically, because I had two shirts with clowns on them. So, and funny enough, really quick story on this one too. I actually worn this shirt, and I was actually going around the neighborhood, and I actually applied like face paint on, and I made myself look like a clown to see if I could catch any attention on the streets by anyone. Now, this was before the creepy clown face was popular back in I think 2016. I did it around like 2014 or 2015, but it was still pretty nice. And I rocked the shirt too. It was pretty funny. For those of you who are fans of the show Impractical Jokers, you may understand the reference of the shirt. Absolutely love the show, love the series. Sad that Joe isn't part of the main cast anymore, but I'll still support them all the way. And cling clang. Another simple design shirt says, "You are welcome." Any more I need to say? I mean, this shirt is pretty straightforward. It's got a cool camel color to it. Yeah. I honestly don't know the reason why I still have this shirt in the first place. But yeah, it's in my collection, I guess, so I gotta rock it one way or another. But you probably won't catch me wearing this anytime soon. So it says, "I got swag, homie." Right. This shirt is very memorable to me because this represents my time in high school, and I was a huge part of the video game club. So, as you see, it says "We Go VGC," has the shield from Legend of Zelda. Now, I'm not into Zelda as much, but yeah, they're the controllers. And then I really like the design on the back too. So, of course, Video Game Club on it. And then it also has the little hearts that are seen from the Legend of Zelda games, which is really cool and adds a little touch to it. So, yeah, I'm glad that this was the first ever design for our club back in high school. And if they're still going on right now, I wish you guys all the best. And man, it was fun times, man. Going back to the church shirts that I mentioned from beforehand. So I mentioned about the Kadiwa, the Buklod, the Binhi representing their colors. And then I have the I Heart CWS, Children's Worship Service. So it says 100 years centennial anniversary from 1918 to 2018. This shirt is really special to me because I am actually a teacher for the Children's Worship Service. So, yes, I'm considered as a Sunday school teacher, and I absolutely love representing them. So, hence why I have this shirt. And as part of the church that we belong to, we also rock shirts like this. So it says Northern Midwest on it because that's part of the region that we were involved in. Now, what's unique about this is that we hold an event called the Unity Games, It's when different brethren from different parts of the state or even outside states or even the country would come together and participate in friendly sport competitions like volleyball, basketball, even like other events too, like track and field, swimming, bowling, all that fun stuff. And this is the shirt that we represented for our district. So we were Northern Midwest. Now we're known as Great Lakes, but this is the very last shirt that ever represents the Northern Midwest. I'm glad it's in my collection. No, I have a bunch of special shirts that I actually saved for last for this portion. So, these are very special materials that I use whenever I go out and play in the arcades. That's how people would tend to know me. I'd be rocking wristbands on, I'd be carrying one of the plushies that I have, and then I also be wearing a bandana on my head. But usually I'd be wearing either one of these four shirts. So this is the first one that I have representing Kagamine, Rin, and Len. If the Miku one was really cool, I also love this one as well. From one of my favorite visual novels of all time, I have Nekopara with chocolate and vanilla on my shirt. This is great. I love the design on this one too. Really soft as well. One of the cutest Miku designs that I have in my collection as well. And I'd also be rocking this. Usually, whenever I go to round one, I'd be carrying a Miku plushie if I'm wearing this shirt, honestly. So, but out of the four shirts that I usually wear whenever I go to round one or the arcades in general, this would be the one that I really love to wear. Of course, more representation of the female Vocaloid specifically, and I just really think the character designs in general looks really cool on the shirt. But yeah, those are all the shirts that I have. So to wrap things off here, this is the last hoodie that I usually wear whenever I'm not um, wearing the lighter one that I showed in the first part of the video. I'm glad to have all of those in my collection. Represents who I am, and hopefully it allows you to realize of who I am as a person as well. But I think before I wrap up, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a treat as well. Because I'm not just gonna show off all of my shirts, but maybe just a couple of my hats as well. I don't have a lot, but I have some that I do want to show off. Specifically like caps and hats that are like what I call custom designs because some of them like fedoras that I usually have for church. So without further ado, let me show you some of the hats that I own. I know for this one you see it in the background of the videos, but I bring it out every now and then so that I could also like wear the Mickey Mouse gloves and stuff as well. But this is the Mickey Mouse hat that you get at Walt Disney World. Representing My Hero Academia, here is the All Might cap. And for those of you who actually follow my TikTok, I do have a character that I call Casual Ivan. Now, you wouldn't see like the front design of the hat. You'd actually see me rock the back of the cap like this. And that's how I formed that character. Otherwise, if it wasn't the All Might cap, it was this one. And I absolutely love the design on this one as well because of Miku in the front. And then I also rock this one in the back just like this. So if you see me in my TikToks back in the day, I'd also rock this hat backwards as well. This hat is actually my more recent purchase when it comes to hats and stuff. But for those of you who don't know, this is the same cap and hat that Tokoyami Toa wears when she's in her normal outfit and she rocks this cap on top. So I'm glad to have this in my collection. I know it's not really officially like an official hat, but I just have this just for like a collection and stuff. So one of our themes that we had for one of our church's activity was like cowboys and stuff. So I ended up getting myself one of the plastic hats, and I still have it in my collection, I guess. So, but out of all the hats that I have, this one is definitely my favorite. It's funny too because every time I'm going on like camping trips and stuff, when someone's driving, I would actually like use this as like my pillow to like rest on it and stuff. I've only worn this hat only a couple times, but I just like the feeling of this thing because it feels like I'm holding like one of my plushies like right next to me, so I'm like actually like carrying it and stuff. It feels weird for this one, so I'll end the video in a different way. Hold on one second. There we go. Now I feel more comfortable. Out of all of these shirts that I have, which one do you think that you like the best? Maybe in our next episodes, which shirts would you like me to wear? Now, normally for me, I try to fit it for the theme as much as possible. But if you have any suggestions of what I could wear for those upcoming themes, then I could probably match that shirt as well in my collection and just rock that instead. Thank you again for joining me for today in this fun episode, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye, guys. Peace.